Lenny, we're so excited you could spend a few minutes with us here at LAEDC, and we're all very excited. I know I speak for our members and our partners and LAEDC staff with the new administration and your role now as the Chief Economic Advisor to the state of California. So thanks for spending a couple minutes with us today.
No, happy to. Love the work you guys are doing.
Well, thank you so much. First question, what are the administration's views on regional economic development as an approach, and what can we expect on that front?
Sure. So California is a massive economy, the fifth largest economy in the world, but it's not one economy. It's composed of different regions with very different nature of where they are, their industrial components, the needs and challenges and opportunities in those regions. So if you do an average economic policy for across the state, it's going to be wrong for everyone. So what we really want is a regionally oriented economic development, much like and very much aligned with what the LAEDC has done for this region, to be how the economic development strategy for the state is put together so that we understand what the needs of the regions are, where they have commonality that can be priorities, and where there are potential linkages. But it's really got to be regions-led.
That's great, thank you. And as we think about our place in the global economy, what are you thinking in terms of attracting more foreign direct investment, which brings so many jobs to California?
So California has long been a global hub since the founding of the state and a number of people who came to this state to be part of the gold rush. Obviously, since successive waves of both investment and immigration, as well as trade that goes the other direction from the great industries in the state of California, everything from entertainment to technology to agriculture. So California is a globally connected economic entity. We need to help ensure that that is supported. That's both for inbound investment, where there is a lot of interest and potential to attract investment in California that can invest in all of the sets of things that are priorities for the state. It's already happening, but we want to make sure that there's even more of that in things that are associated with infrastructure, with housing, with job creation. What we really want is to have investors and regions and people who are close to where the opportunities are say, here's the investable opportunities that we have, that we think are ripe for investment, and then trying to make the markets work better, where we can help support that with the sets of tools that the state has.
That's great. We have an event called Select LA Investment Summit. We hope you're back for that.
That's
in June.
great.
That's a foreign direct investment event. Next question, housing costs are certainly contributing to homelessness. What kinds of supply or regulatory or funding solutions are you evaluating?
So California has a housing cost crisis, and it's largely driven by the fact that we are creating jobs faster than we are building houses. So what we need to do is ensure that we increase the supply of housing. The governor declared that we are going to seek to generate 3.5 million new homes built over the course of the next decade. That is a 2 to 3 time increase from where we are today. So we definitely need more housing production. We also need to make it cheaper and faster to build the housing that is appropriate for what we are looking for going forward, where the jobs are and where people want to live. And so we have to find ways to make that process that is someone's zoned and interested in building housing to someone walks across the threshold and is excited about being there. We have to dramatically shorten that time and make it much more certain for people so that it's economic to build the homes that we need and protect the people that are living in homes today. There are a large number of unintended, usually, consequences of well-intentioned regulations over time. And so CEQA, for example, California Environmental Quality Act, it shouldn't be used for purposes that it's not intended, and it shouldn't take so long to go through that process. That's one example. But it's not just state-oriented regulation. The challenge for much of housing production is actually local regulation. And so trying to ensure that local, multi-district, different agencies of the state are actually coordinating in a way that we're trying to make this process much more certain and fast is really important.
Thank you. Now, since the dissolution of redevelopment in the state, there are folks who have been interested in new tools to revitalize specific communities.
So the governor's talked a lot about forgotten California. And by what that he means is not that they are not important, it's that we haven't helped assist people who want to do investment and encourage high quality investment in places that need investment. And so some of that happened in the past through redevelopment agencies. That's not coming back in the way that it was before. There are a large number of other tools that are available, though, including enhanced infrastructure financing districts, and importantly, a new opportunity called opportunity zones. And part of what we're going to try and encourage is that we integrate those sets of tools to encourage high-quality investments in parts of forgotten California, both geographically and in the specific zip codes and around them in opportunity zones, to ensure that we are investing in projects and opportunities that advance the issue around lowering the cost of housing, that are investments that help create high-quality jobs, and investments that encourage environmentally attractive investments that lower our carbon footprint and help create new technologies that advance the clean economy.
Thank you. Thinking about, I heard you talk about the earned income tax credit. And a lot of people look at poverty issues and they think, well, minimum wage is your best tool to go after issues of poverty. But our research suggests that a more targeted tool like earned income tax credit has got a lot of potential. What's your thoughts on it?
I love the earned income tax credit. Most economists who've looked at this say is perhaps the most effective anti-poverty tool in the toolkit. And it's been used at the federal level, and it's increasingly used, enhanced at the state level as well. And the governor in his budget has proposed a dramatic extension of the earned income tax credit to encourage working families to have more income and encouragement to work. So I think it's a fantastic tool, and expect us to continue to be talking about the value of reinforcing the importance of people working and having an opportunity to earn a very good living when they're working. Earned income tax credit is one of the most attractive tools to do that.
Okay, and then lastly, I've got a kind of an LA question for you. What's your favorite thing to do here in LA?
My favorite thing to do in LA is go to baseball games. So I am a huge baseball fan, and so I've been to the last 2 World Series that were here in Los Angeles, and I'm looking forward to more opportunities to enjoy the entire environment that is Los Angeles, and I'm just a big baseball fan, so that's where I start.
Well, Lenny, I really appreciate you spending time with us, and we hope to see a lot more of you here in LA, and thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
Best
Appreciate
wishes.
it. Thank you for everything that the LAEDC does. It's an important model, in my view, of what happens when high-quality energy is put across sectors and across a geography to say, how do we really address the most important issues in our region? So thank you for all of what you do.
Thank you.